So this goes for Mary Jane Bala. I saw the suggestion 17 hours after niyang nilagay. It has been, according dito sa comment niya, it has been 13 days. But here we are. Ang suggestion ni Mary Jane for a video is to give tips kapag magde-demo for teaching sa university when you're applying to become an instructor. Before this, wala na akong maisip na video related to teaching. Kaya if you noticed, it has been months since my last post kasi nga I didn't really expect na maraming interested doon sa profession. Kaya gusto ko lang i-share initially yung mga gusto ko i-share. And after that, wala na akong maisip na i-share. Kaya I stopped. And then, ayan nga, nagkaroon ng video request. Kaya, yes, why not? Since it is a common suggestion dun sa comments. So, let's begin. Tourism kasi, tourism professor ako. Kaya yun yung ibibigay kong demo. Once you apply sa mga universities, magsasend sila sa inyo ng first email nila. Doon sa email na yon, ibibigay nila sa iyo yung schedule ng initial interview mo. With the initial interview, madalas kasama na yung demo. Doon sa email na yon, doon sa first email na yon, sasabihin na rin sa iyo kung meron silang naka-assign na topic. Nandun na sa email na ito yung topic na gagawan mo ng demo. Most of the time, hindi yun nakalagay. Ang nakasulat is, you get to choose, bahala ka kung anong topic ang gusto mong i-demo para sa schedule mo. Bibigay nila doon, you have 10 minutes na demo, you have 15 minutes sa demo, pinakamatagal na yung 15 minutes, and so far, minimum na yung 10 minutes. So, yung mga details na yun is provided doon sa first email na matatanggap mo sa kanila when you apply. Okay, so in your first slide, you put the topic which you will be discussing. Again, either the topic was provided for you or ikaw yung yung pumili nung topic. And of course, don't forget your name. So, ito yung nakita kong bagong part ng presentation na nag-start in my observation in 2020. Before 2020, hindi ito part ng lecture slides na nakikita ko. Tawagin natin siyang table of contents. You will see kung ano yung mga topics to be discussed in this specific lecture presentation. Do not forget na ito palagi ang second page. The point of this second slide is para sa mga estudyante na alam nila na, okay, so today, dito sa klase na to, hanggang matapos ang klase, meron kaming 5 pag-uusapan. In their head, ito yung parang pinaka-timestamp nila kung malapit na bang matapos yung lecture or hindi pa. Para yung mga nakikinig sa inyo, alam din nila itong mga to. On the third one, magsa-start ka na with your lecture. Mistake natin, nakasanayan kasi natin, lalo na yung generation na nag-aral using Manila paper at saka cartolina, na lahat ng bagay sinusulat sa Manila paper at saka sa cartolina. So, nung lumipat na tayo, nag-migrate na tayo using PowerPoint presentations, lahat ng bagay nakasulat din doon. However, that's not how it works. Kailangan sa slide presentation, as much as possible, puro pictures nga lang sana eh. Huwag ninyong lalagyan ng words, kung kaya na wag lagyan ng words. But if there is really a need to put words in your slide presentations, always put keywords lang. All the information that you will be delivering is manggagaling sa'yo. Isa-storytell mo yon at hindi yon nakasulat sa slide presentation. And essentially, kung may makikita kang most recent or highest definition na photo available. That's what you include in your slide presentation. A slide would be for a demo, not for a lecture. Mga 3 minutes max. Sasabihin natin sa mga panel natin na on the first slide, this is what we will talk about. I usually give my students a picture of whichever topic, theory, or concept we are talking about in a specific slide so they have an idea, and then I will discuss the bullet points one by one, and for every 2 bullet points I'm done, I will ask the students if they have any questions, if they have anything that they need to be clarified, and then that's the only time I move to the next 2 bullets, and then I ask again. So, doon sa spiel na yon, nakikita ng panel na kailan ka nagbibigay ng lecture at kailan ka nakikipag-interact sa student. Paglilipat na tayo ng slide, I usually say, pag nagde-demo ako na, after 10 minutes of discussing this slide, before I turn to the next slide, I will ask my students one last time, do they have any questions for me related to this topic? If they have questions, then we stay roughly around 5 minutes in the same slide until all questions are answered. If no questions, then we move to the next slide. Yun yung spiel natin. Bilang isang first-time teacher, anong klaseng delivery ang kaya mong gawin? Not necessarily classroom management, which is yun yung ina-expect sa mga teachers applying to a new university. So for this 10 to 15 minutes na demo presentation, I have a total of 8 lecture slides. Using this as an introduction to the second slide, the students would have an idea how long they should still concentrate on my lecture. They have an idea how much longer they will have to endure listening and interacting with me for the remaining hours of our class. So, meron akong ganong spiel. It's supposed to be delivered as a joke. Depende sa kung ano yung energy ng mga panel ko, kung paano ko i-deliver yon. But, ganon yung context ng delivery na yon. Kung ikaw naman ay isang professional applying for the first time as a teacher, I suggest na when you move to a next slide, you have to remember na yung mga terminologies, i-assume ninyo na yung mga audience nyo kunwari, yung panel nyo kunwari, hindi sila familiar dun sa mga terminologies. Kasi most likely, students, even if they know the word, hindi na nila natatandaan yung exact definition ng mga bagay-bagay. You can do a quick discussion ng mga terminologies then na provided on your slide presentation. You could give examples, ganyan. Depende sa inyo. For the first time teachers, dahil first time ninyong magle-lecture, first time ninyong magde-demo, wala pa kayo nung sarili nyong technique, wala pa kayo sariling style. So, best you could do is just deliver the lecture kung saan kayo pinaka-komportable at kung saan ninyo pinaka-kabisado. Mag-concentrate kayo doon sa lecture slide, kung ano yung mga elements doon na forte ninyo at confident kayong i-deliver. And then again, you ask the class if they have any questions for you, clarifications, malinaw na ba lahat? Can we as a class move to the next slide? And when they say yes, that's the time we move to the next slide. So kung 10 minutes lang ang demo, usually kinakat na nila ako doon. masaya na sila doon. Nakita na nila kung paano ako mag-handle ng isang class. So anyway, kung halimbawa, hindi pa rin kayo pinapatapos, hindi kayo kinakat, then you continue with all your slides. Papakita mo lang sa panel mo how you conduct your lecture, how you deliver, or how do you handle the discussion. If aabot ako dito sa slide na to, what I will do is I will ask my students ano yung personal definition nila of the 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 words. May maliliit na definitions, short definitions in this slide, and based from those definitions, ano sa tingin nila yung meaning ng words na yon. So, nagkakaroon kami ng interaction, nagkakaroon ng discussion. Hindi mo tatawagin yung same 4 people. Pag walang nagtataas, it's up to you if you do it ng random or you do the class list. Sa akin, I just do it in random. Based on the definitions they have discussed, yung 4 na tao. That's the time, ipapakita ko to. And again, I will call 4 students to share their interpretation of this graph. And once yung 4 students na yon ay na-share na yung interpretation nila, 1, based from the previous slide, 2, based from their classmates' definition, and 3, based from their own knowledge, yun pa lang yung time na ako na ang magsasabi ng interpretation nito. So they would see ano yung tama sa sinabi nila, ano yung mali, or ano yung kulang. Either way, nakuha ko yung gusto ko, which is napag-isip ko sila. Nagkaroon kami ng interaction. Nagkaroon ng time para makinig yung classmates nila sa classmates nila, and hindi sa akin, hindi ako yung palaging nagsasalita. So nakikita nila, yes, nasa pang-4 na kami, 1 more to go, tapos na yung lecture, di ba? Again, that thing I just said is part of my demo, pero in English pa rin. So you have to make sure na hindi ganun ka-dense yung demo mo, at makikita nila ng pakonti-konti yung personality mo as a teacher. Ayan. So, kung nakikita nyo, picture lang siya ulit. At yung pangalan ng theory, kung sino yung tao, kailan niya ginawa, at ano ang profession niya, and then everything, storytelling na gusto mong i-share tungkol sa kanya, wala dyan. Kasi ikukwento mo sa kanila yon. Ito yung theory na ginawa ni Stanley. So, pagdating dito, ganun ulit yung ginagawa kong interaction with the students. I will call 3 students. Depende. Basta hindi lang isa. It's either 2 or more. Ang lagi kong tinatawag for interpretations. So, I would ask them, ano ibig sabihin ng venturer para sa'yo? So, laging sila muna. Ano yung initial na tingin nilang ibig sabihin ng mga bagay? And then, pagkatapos nila ibigay yung definition, ako naman ang magbibigay ng definition. Kailangan i-maximize mo yung number of students in class. Kung halimbawa, meron kang 40 students, as much as possible, half of the class would be participating in this class hour. Yung 1 hour 30 minutes or yung 3 hours na lecture mo. Hindi pwedeng puro ikaw lang yung nagsasalita, tapos 10 lang yung nagsalita ang estudyante with you. Effects. Walang effects yung slides. Please do not put effects on your slides. Do not put animations in your slides. Kasi it takes time para matapos yung animation, and limited lang yung number of minutes mo to showcase your skills. We do not need the animations. We do not need the effects. And then ganito rin, same with the previous graph. I will ask the students to interpret this, and once they're done, siguro mga 3 estudyante ulit, I'll give the academic version na interpretation. And after I give that, I will ask another set of students ulit na based from my definition naman. Kasi yung unang set of students, based from everything na na-discuss namin, doon nila ibibigay. Hindi pa ako nagle-lecture for this one. Pagka-lecture ko, tingnan ko nga, sige, 3 students ulit. Tingnan natin kung naintindihan nyo yan. Ayan. So, this is the 5th one. Again, interpretations, ganyan. Hindi ko na uulitin. Usually, hindi na ako umaabot sa slide na to. Kung saan ko sinabi kanina na pinapakat ako, hanggang dun lang talaga. That's around 6 minutes or 7 minutes. Kahit na 15 minutes yung binigay na allotment sa akin. Kasi kung napansin nyo, by that mark, nakita nyo na how I do my classroom management. Which is, for the panel, yun yung hinahanap nila kung hindi ka first-time teacher. Again, pag first-time teacher, ang hinahanap nila is gaano yung mastery mo. Ano yung quality ng mastery mo of your chosen topic or of the topic na binigay nila sa'yo. Quality, hindi quantity. It doesn't matter gaano karami ang alam mo dun sa topic. Kung hindi mo na-deliver sa kanila yung quality na hinahanap nila, doon nagkakatalo dun sa mga professionals applying to be first-time teachers sa university. And then, babalikan mo ulit yung table of contents mo. Tell them na ito ang conclusion natin, na pag-usapan natin ang mga philosophers, ang mga theories ng mga taong ito. Just so they remember na, okay, ito yung 5 pinag-usapan namin. Just so they see na, ang dami pala natin pinag-usapan. Noong unang table of contents kasi nasa isip nila, 5 lang, madali lang yan, mabilis lang yan. But by the end of the discussion, makikita nila na, oh my God, 5 lang yung pinag-usapan natin. Pero ang tagal. Ayun, depende. Again, nasa inyo yun kung paano nyo i-deliver. And the last slide would be the same as your first slide. Your topic and your name, which hindi na ako umaabot dito. Those are my tips on doing your demo. Kung meron man ako nakalimutan, once again, please write your questions sa comments. Kung mapapansin nyo naman, masipag ako mag-reply. As much as possible, I want to give all the information. And kung meron kayong suggestions for videos, that would really help. Personally, I don't know kung ano yung mga helpful videos na kailangan for our profession. Kasi nga, hindi ko naman in-expect na maraming interesado with the academic industry with regards to teaching. Kaya if you have suggestions, please also write it in the comments so I could do in-depth videos kagaya nito. Ayun lang. So thank you. Sana umabot kayo sa dulo ng video na to. I will see you again on the next one. Bye! Good luck sa mga nag-a-apply!